change is painful, but there is nothing as painful as staying stuck somewhere you do not belong. Let's have that real conversation today. That conversation that many of us avoid because it feels a little bit harsh or even a little bit selfish. Well, that conversation is about outgrowing people. It could be friends, acquaintances, or even family at times. And yes, I know it may sting a bit, but growth and true growth requires shedding off a few things. And sometimes those few things could be people that no longer align with where you're going. I want to unpack this in a way that is not just about cutting people off, because it's not the point. Instead, this episode is about understanding why it is okay to let go, to outgrow relationships and prioritize your evolution. And no worries, I'm not going to attack anyone. Okay, at least I'm going to make sure I don't attack anyone. This is Jiwozi. So first things first, growth happens in layers, and those layers are like spiritually, financially, socially, psychologically. If you listen to my episodes before, I talked about them as the 5 capitals of life. And with every new level, our relationships evolve. Have you ever achieved something big and instead of feeling supported, you felt distant from certain people? That's growth. It shifts the dynamics. For example, if you started saving or building wealth, you might realize that those friends who only talk about partying every weekend, spending money, for guys spending money on women, for women spending money on whatever you guys buy, jewelry, things of that sort, they suddenly do not feel like your tribe anymore. And that's not because they are bad people, but it's just that they are in a different season, and so are you. However, I will not sugarcoat things. Some of these guys around you are toxic to your growth, and some relationships drain your energy and even stunt your growth and keep you locked in the old patterns. So when you realize someone is keeping you locked in the old pattern, it's time you give them up, you outgrow them and move on to the next. You look for people that are going to be in the same season with you. If you're in a season of saving, you're going to look for people who are also saving, so that you learn how to save with them, or how to be better at saving, or even budgeting. What's the point here? At every point of your growth, the relationships evolve, and they evolve because of the frequency. Once you start operating at a different frequency with someone that has been your friend, let me say spiritually, if you start going to church every day, okay, not every day, at least twice a week, and your friend has been going with you every Sunday, you're not going with them the second day of the week. Let me say it's a Wednesday. You're going to meet other people on Wednesday, and those other people are going to be your new friends in the spiritual journey you've taken. So you're going to find yourself that you're going to gradually outgrow the experiences you have with this other friend, because there is that thing with frequency in meeting that affects friendships. If we don't meet a lot, we tend to have our relationships become distant. That is if it's not attached to love, obviously, because there is that long distance love and what. That's a different dynamic. But if it's just friend, with distance comes a change or a shift in the dynamics in that relationship. And sometimes you may have to just outgrow that relationship. Now, outgrowing someone doesn't mean necessarily cutting them off or ignoring them. No. Sometimes it just means redefining the relationship, setting new boundaries, and just seeing how to handle the new dynamic. You may not hang around someone every day, but you can still catch up and reminisce on the old things, the old joys that you guys had. Yeah, and things still move on, but not as close as it used to be. Now, one may ask me, or one may say, what of the guilt? The guilt that comes with letting go of these good friends and all that. Well, it's simple. Leaving someone behind doesn't mean you don't care. It actually means you care enough about yourself to protect your growth. Because by the mere fact that you've outgrown someone, it means they are no longer on the same path with you for growth. You shouldn't be guilty, because you can still have friends that love you from a distance. So you don't need to be guilty. Think of your life or your growth like a rocket launch. Not everything on a rocket launch can go to space. Some things, like the rocket boosters, they serve their purpose at a certain altitude and then they fall away. It doesn't make them less valuable. It just means that they were part of that specific stage of that journey and then they fell off. The same thing with life. Life is a series of seasons, and people are part of those seasons. Some relationships are meant to last for a lifetime, but many are just there for a specific time and purpose. The main thing is purpose. So, the most important thing to focus on is your alignment. Are the people around you helping you grow, or are they keeping you stuck? Because the funny bit about this life thing, the thing we call life, we only get one shot. And the funny bit is we cannot regret it. You can never be there. Okay, maybe on your deathbed, you'll always regret the things you never did, the family members you never met, the people you never repented to, things like that. But you only have one shot. I don't believe in reincarnation, so I believe you only have one shot. So, think about it. The people around you are supposed to just help you grow. They're not supposed to keep you stuck. Now, as you navigate the outgrowing of people, you need to be honest with yourself and also honest with your friends. You could just have an honest conversation with someone and tell them, man, you know, we are no longer really meeting as often. So that doesn't mean that we are not friends. But these are the circumstances. And let's keep in touch. But yeah, you just need to have an honest conversation with them, because you've realized you're going to outgrow them. so that you keep the relationship moving. Then the other thing you can do is set boundaries. Set boundaries. The example I gave, if you happen to become more spiritual than your friend, set your boundaries. Tell them, man, guys, I'm no longer drinking, I'm no longer what. Guys will respect your boundaries, by the way. I don't know about chicks, but guys will respect your boundaries and they'll live with you. That's if you are honest about it. Than you coming and guys are forcing you to drink. You don't want to drink. You've not told them. You're acting weird. You're acting so special. The one thing I don't want to forget to tell you is be grateful. Be grateful of the things that you shared while you are still in the same frequency. Be grateful of the things you shared while you are still close friends. Don't erase the memories, because the memories are what actually made you friends. And I want you to just open your mind to being grateful to those moments. Now, before I close, growth is not selfish. It's just a necessity. It's just necessary. You need to grow, but it's not selfish. So outgrowing people doesn't mean that you're better than them. I want you to know that outgrowing people doesn't mean you're better than them. You have just gone into another season of your life. That doesn't mean you're better than them. That doesn't mean you're wiser than them or what. It just means you're evolving as a person and they're also evolving. So do not resist outgrowing it, outgrowing that relationship, because it's going to take a toll on you. You're going to get stressed to try to keep it. Embrace it. The right people always come around. The right people always find the way around to come to you. So you're always going to meet other people. You're always going to make new friends. And you're also going to keep growing and evolving so that you keep as a human being, because it's human nature for us to keep evolving and going to the next level. That's why we had the Ice Age, the Stone Age, the fire and all that, because that is growth. So growth is unavoidable. But as you grow, remember, you're evolving. Each layer is bringing new relationships. Each layer is redefining the old relationships. So you need to find the balance. And for those that you outgrow, it's actually okay, because it's natural. It's natural. Once we start being once we start having different priorities, definitely we'll start to distance. The relationship will start to become harder to maintain. I think that's it for this episode. If you liked this episode, please share it with someone. Please keep listening. For the short videos I share on TikTok, Instagram, please go, just even comment good, or I just need 5 people every time to just comment, this is a good clip, this is insightful, this is what, to just help the algorithm push this content to many more people that need to hear this, people that need to grow, people that need to keep moving forward, because we are creating a society of our work mindset. We are creating something to make sure that we realize our ultimate potential. Yes, until next Monday, keep growing, keep it at Bezos Chivozi. See you then. I love you all guys who listen to this. Thank you for all your support. And yeah, I'm still here and still making more episodes. See you then.